Our next story is an investigative piece. This has been handled with such secrecy that even I haven't been told the secret. But the reporter who's bringing us this report is well known to all of us. Father Guido Sarducci. Welcome, Father.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, what exactly have you been working on, Father?
Well, I've been working on the new Geraldo Rivera story, Mr. Houseman.
And what does Geraldo Rivera's story entail, exactly?
Well, nobody knows exactly what it does entail. That's exactly what it entails. But this fellow, Geraldo Rivera, over the last year, has made a live drug bust on television, and he's opened the Al Capone's vault. And just a few days ago, he did a story about the teenage runaways. And now we've been trying to find out what is up to next. What's the next thing he's going to spring on us?
And what is that broadcast journalist preparing for his next special?
Well, we've been following him around, trying to find just that out. I followed him a lot of places. This is me. I followed him to this restaurant. I don't know if you could see it. There he is. He met this girl. I don't know if it's a girlfriend, a secretary, or what. But I tried to overhear it, but could not really find out if we would say anything about the next special. It was just a personal stuff. I don't want to say now. I could tell you later, but it doesn't really apply to the story. This is me following him. He went to the park, and he met this fellow who gave me some script. I think maybe it is the script for the next special. I don't know. My binoculars just were not, strong enough, I guess, to gear in and to see the details. Here I am at another restaurant where he went, and he met the girl that looks real similar to that other one. I guess he goes for that type, you know.
And what is that you're drinking there?
That's, I think what I call it is a grasshopper is the name of the drink. I just asked the waiter, I said, bring me someone with an umbrella in it. And then that's what it was. This is the one, I followed him to the ballpark. He's a baseball fan, you know. And we went into these, I don't even want to think about this. You could still smell it. But tonight, I think we're going to pull a rug from underneath his shoes. We have learned from secret sources that he will be out of his home tonight. So we've decided to make a bust of Geraldo Rivera's home during this next hour to try to find out clues of what he's up to next. Fortunately, he lives not too far away from the studio, and I'm going over there right now to join my crew who is already set up to roll the cameras on the busting of Geraldo Rivera's home.
I presume you have a search warrant?
Mr. Houseman, I know you probably got a lot of questions that you want to ask me in that, but I really got to get going. My crew's waiting, and time is money, you know that.
All right, Father, good luck, and we'll hear from you later. We will interrupt our program with that remote as soon as Father Sarducci arrives at Mr. Rivera's house. Morgan?
Our next story is a story about children. How smart would you like your child to be? Would you like to raise a genius? Well, there's an organization that claims they can teach you to teach your baby to be a genius. Our Planet Tonight investigated this organization, and here with the report is Martha Quinn. Thank you. This sounds like quite a play. I mean, can anyone really teach a baby to be a genius? Does this really work?
Well, amazing as it seems, for many of the babies we saw, it really does work. But the question is, at what cost?
Well, let's find out.
960 minus 592 plus the square root of 625 minus 315 equals which one? Good.
Come on, Emily. Which one? Which one? Very good.
What seems like a gathering of proud parents showing off their clever offspring is really part of a unique child development program called Push Your Baby, sponsored by the Potentially Human Institute. The institute is headed by Dr. Richard Doberman.
It is actually easier to teach a baby than it is an older child or an adult.
At the institute, babies are taught reading, math, science, and even to play musical instruments.
Now you can play your Mozart. Da-dee-da. Da-dee-da. Good, good. Da-dee-da, da-da-dee-da. 207. Da-dee-da. B flat. I know you can do it. All right, sweetie. Now, who invaded Russia
in the early 19th century. Very good. That's right. Napoleon invaded Russia. Oh, sweetie, that was so good. And now Dr. Doberman has begun an experimental program called prenatal stimulation. He believes that it's possible for children to learn while still inside the mother's womb.
What constitutes 12% of an egg's weight? The shell. How many nail holes are there in a standard horseshoe? 8.
Tell me, Dr. Doberman, just how early do you recommend parents start using your enlightened learning program?
Well, we used to say 3 months, but now we have many parents who are starting early learning at birth.
Push, push, breathe.
You're doing great, honey.
Fine.
Stand.
Push. That's it.
Close.
Push.
Take over.
Push, breathe.
Yeah.
Quick, get the firm!
Okay, honey, here we go. Play. Jump. Run.
Congratulations, it's a boy.
Beautiful.
Herb, it's a boy! Quick, get the sports word!
Okay, honey. Slam dunk. Jock strap.
But there are those who question what kind of effect all this early learning may have on a child's emotional well-being.
I think it's unclear just what effect all this early pushing may have on a child later in life.
If there are still any skeptics who believe that early learning really doesn't work, I would like them to meet Amber Shapiro. Amber is 10 years old, and she was one of our first experimental students when she was only 6 months old. Amber, how are you enjoying your first year at Stanford?
What does she want?
No. You better answer this question in English, not Japanese.
I find the university atmosphere stimulating and infused with new and challenging educational freedom and opportunities, although, ironically, I find it hard to be joyful while the Russians continue to perpetrate genocide in Afghanistan.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so you see, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly the type of work that we have been accomplishing here at this institute.
Some of these fast learners advance so quickly that they're hired by large corporations even before they reach their teens. The Institute now has a placement program and has been very successful in placing young graduates in high-paying jobs.
You lied, Al. You lied. You were duplicitous, and you made me look like a fool in front of the whole board. And now you have the nerve to come to me and say, forget about it, let's do business. Why don't you just suck some dial to him, Big Al?
I'll get you.
Yes, we're very concerned about Justin. We were so happy, so proud when he was made senior vice president, but lately he's been working late at the office almost every night. He doesn't have much of an appetite when he gets home, and he seems somehow distant.
We just can't understand why. Oh, perhaps it's the new job. I don't know. Maybe he should have stayed in foreign securities.
But the Plotskys can consider themselves lucky. Many early learners who advance quickly to the top burn out almost as quickly. And some end up here on Skid Row.
I was a doctor, a surgeon. I predicted the oil glut. I ran Walter Mondale's election campaign.
Dr. Doberman's critics claim that parents who would force their kids to a bunch of hogwash like this do it to compensate for their own inadequacies, and that really it isn't what's best for babies. But most of the mothers who paid the $500 for the 7-day course feel the program is worthwhile.
The truth is that kindergarten is too late. You've got to fill those little sponges with as much as possible, as early as possible. If your child hasn't learned how to read, write, do simple algebraic equations, and speak at least 2 foreign languages, there is almost no chance that he'll be able to get into the kind of grade school that will ensure that he can attend a good high school, which is necessary if you want your child to get into a top college where the Fortune 500 companies recruit, and have the kind of job that can support a family and afford to send his kids to the best daycare center, where his child will be able to learn the skills necessary to get into the kind of grade school that will ensure that he can attend a good high school, which is necessary if you want your grandchild to get into a top college where the Fortune 500 companies.
For our planet tonight, I'm Martha Quinn.
And afford to send his kids.
Coming up, Jane Fonda, Watch Out. It's Munkercise, the latest entry in the multi-million-dollar exercise video market. But is it ethical? We'll find out.